Good afternoon and welcome back to the Mitsubishi Electric Halle here in Düsseldorf. It's the third and final day of competition. It's the final block. And a very good afternoon to Annette Byrne.
Good afternoon.
Right, we are going to sit back to take in all of the medal matches in about 5 minutes from now. But before we do that, we're going to have a look at what has led us up to this point. Let's take it's a review then of the morning's action. Go ahead, Annette.
Yes, I start with the category under 78 kilos. In the final, there will be Audrey Choimeo of France and Louise Malzahn of Germany. The number 1 against the number 2 in this tournament. To be honest, I haven't seen that much from Choimeo so far.
No, she was on and off fairly quick. She was banging everyone over, that's why.
Exactly, yeah. I only saw the result.
Yeah.
And now she's up in the final for Louise. A successful day. I've seen some fights from her. She's in a good shape. But this will be a tricky one. So
up to this point, it's worked out well because the Germans need someone to step up and take a gold medal. And it could very well be Louise Malzahn, her sister, is in, and she was here earlier on. You saw Claudia Malzahn, so the family are here. Let's see how that goes. Next one.
So the plus 78 kilo category, it is Yu Song of China, and she's up in the final against Maria Alterman of Brazil. And that's the last fights we have seen here were really hard.
Yeah, very good. A really nice semi-final between Yu Song of China and Inamori Nami of Japan. It was a really, really good semi-final with Yu winning out there. We'll have a look and see how the world number 1 and current world champion gets on in the final against Maria Suellen Alterman of Brazil.
So let's have a look in the under 90 kilo category. It's Marcus Nyman of Sweden, and he's up against Todd Christian of Hungary.
Couldn't happen to a nicer fighter. Marcus Nyman, 2 years out.
Yes.
Probably, looking at such a hard task to try and qualify, and yet here he is, having defeated the current world champion in the semi-final and the former Olympic champion in the quarter-final.
Yeah,
what a day he's having. Absolutely terrific fun.
If you had asked me this morning about the names also coming close to the final, I never thought about Marcus Nyman, to be honest. Because I saw Kwak Dong-han, as I said, this is the current world champion, Ilyas Iliadis, and some more, so I thought, no. But he was really in a good shape.
I'm there with Annette. I like Marcus, but I wouldn't have put him in the final of the Düsseldorf Grand-Prix, given the names that were in his half. But there he is.
Yes. So, under 100 kilo category. In the final, it is Jose Armenteros, the Cuban fighter, and he's up against a really good-looking German, Dimitri Peters. Dimitri was in a good shape today. Let's have a look. He bet in the quarterfinal Hank Roll. He choked him 2 times. Then in the semi-final, it was like a payback against Bisultanov, Aslan Bisultanov, against the Russian. He lost in Havana. And also he defeated him on the ground, and now he's in the final.
If Louise Malzahn doesn't do it in the under 78 kilo category, then perhaps Dimitri Peters can do it in the under 100 kilo category. But it would take the roof off this stadium if Peters could do it. And it's a really good chance. I mean, Armenteros, tough fighter, but you've got to be looking at Peters in the driving seat for that gold medal. He's really the favourite now.
That's right, yes. So, this one name is missing. Heavyweight, it is Islam El Shahabi of Egypt, and he's fighting against Yakiv Kamo of the Ukraine. So I'm happy to see both of them in the final. First of all, El Shahabi, he was absent for a while. He had some injuries, maybe some problems to travel around. He's back now. He's in the final. He had really good fights. The semi-final against the Cuban Garcia Mendoza was really good. He convinced me today, so I'm really excited to see him in the final against a really youngster. This is Yakiv Kamo, who we know as a really technically excellent fighter for the heavyweight.
I think that Annette and I probably agree on, there are 5 here, and we probably agree on 4. I'm not going to say which 4 they are, but I'm glad to see both El Shahabi and Yakiv Kamo in the final. You can make your picks at home. We have kind of made picks here, but not real predictions. We're just going to enjoy this afternoon's contests. We're going to begin with the under 90 kilo category bronze medal matches, the first of which features Gantolga Altan Bagana of Mongolia. He's up against teammate Lagvasuren Otgunbata. It'll be Gantolga in the white judogi, Lagvasuren in blue. Well, the Mongolian's having a go head to head.
Yes, he has a little cut from a previous fight. Better than Smetov's tape under the chin.
Oh, that was funny. And it's looking at me saying, what did I say? What did I say? I said, the fighters are going to go head to head.
Yes, and I thought you meant the same.
I love Annette Bohm. She's just too sweet to be true. Right, okay. But he was so lovely. It was very nice. Gantolga in the white judogi, Lagvasuren in blue. We're underway with the first of the medal matches in the final block on day 3. And it's the under 90 kilo category that's being contested here. It does make for a happy afternoon, though, doesn't it, when things are going well?
Yes. Yeah.
I wonder if Christopher Falk is tuning in and listening.
Yeah.
Hello, Christopher. Grüß dich.
Chrissy.
Could be that some of the team from the United States of America are tuned in and maybe in the hotel. They've gone back to the hotel. I don't think they stuck around. I think Kathy Sell was here. She was here earlier on. She fought yesterday. Who else came up this morning? We saw Hannah Carmichael. She was around. Angelica Delgado, Travis Stevens, and Caitlin Boysu. There were a few around, but those are the ones that spring to mind. Both fighters pick up a penalty apiece. They haven't quite got going yet. I can't remember who it was, the last two Mongolians that went head to head. It was a really, really good fight. I think it was in the under 81 kilo category some while ago, but I suppose Otgunbata, Ugunbata must have been one of them. But it was a really good contest between them. No way through there for Gantolga. All chance here now for the Kamishiogatami. Lagvasuren has secured that.
And that looks good.
Yeah, problems for Gantolga. He's
control over both shoulders.
He's making a good effort, but ticking away here.
Yeah.
Gantolga not able to escape from that one. And it's Lagvasuren Otgunbata who, with his bandaged head,
Yep.
takes the first of the medals on offer here.
From head to head.
Disappointment for Gantorgi. He made it this far. He did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Even Kutag is in between them, so that's a good effort, isn't it? He's way away from them. Gan Tufshin Jago. Haven't seen him for a while. He must be injured. I like him. Gan. Right. Klagvasuren comes out as winner. First of the medal matches out of the way. Let's have a quick look at the highlights and then we'll be back with the second of the bronze medal matches.
And now it's time for the second bronze medal contest for men under 90 kilo. The referee is from Georgia, Mr. Vladimir Musovice. In blue for Korea, the world champion, Wang Dong-kan. And in white for Korea, Kim Jae-dun.
Vladimir Nutsubidze is the referee for this one. Unfortunately, Kwak was unable to come out due to an injury, so his teammate will take those. Now here's an interesting thing. For me, this is really interesting. Kim came out.
Yes.
They could have sent Kwak and he could have had the points. They've done the right thing.
Yes. Yes. He needed more than the other one.
No. Kwak, you keep the top man with as many points as possible. Kim's not going anyway. He doesn't need them.
Yeah, you're right.
Doesn't need them. It's not going to do him any good. A little, but Kwak could make all the difference in seeding and all kinds of things. You'd give it
For
to
that,
Kwak.
it's important. For that,
And
it's important.
that is
yes.
a really, really good piece of sportsmanship. They sent the right one.
Yes, you're right.
Kwak's injured, didn't come out. Vladimir Vostrikov is the referee for this one. It's the final of the under 90 kilo category. Marcus Niemann of Sweden faces Todd Christian of Hungary. It'll be Niemann in the white judogi, Todd in blue, and here's Annette Berm.
So the first final of the day. Niemann defeated Kwak in the semi-final. Todd defeated Klagvasuren in his semi-final. So 3 times. Concerning the paper, the success is with Todd Christian. He won 3 times against the Swedish. Last time, 3 times were in 2015. So we will see if Niemann has some different strategy to overcome the Hungarian. Concerning the paper, it's clear, but you never know.
Toddy hasn't been at his best today.
Hmm.
Couple of fights, a little bit tight.
But still in the final, huh? This
Yeah,
young fighter.
anything can happen here, but that's also good for Marcus Niemann.
And yes, we mentioned already the good shape from Marcus Niemann today.
Yeah.
So.
And the other thing that is going to, all of a sudden, is going to wash over Niemann like a wave is, hang on a minute, I'm back. I'm back. And he'll approach it instead of trying to crawl his way into fights and to try and re-establish himself. Hey, I'm back.
Yes.
This is a really, really good thing
Yeah.
for his confidence. I'm delighted for Marcus Niemann. What
Yeah.
a hard battle he's been in, trying to, re-establish himself.
Yeah.
So Christian picks up a penalty for passivity. I think this is a fascinating battle, really do.
Funny little fact, Kerstin Deutsch, the German referee, just sent us little info for this fight. Bundesliga, the quarterfinal, both fought against each other, and once it was Todd and once it was Niemann who won. So they haben sich das geteilt.
Yeah,
They shared. Thank you.
things out. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Kerstin. That's tough. You're doing the whole IGF World Tour plus Bundesliga team events. They make fun. They are fun, but that's quite a lot you have.
Well, that may have been the results in the Bundesliga, but the results, as you quite rightly said earlier on, as far as the qualification events are concerned, are 3 out of 3 for Todt over Niemann and they were all last year. Zagreb in the Grand-Prix, the European Championships in Baku, and then the Grand-Prix in Jeju, so it's not been the best of times for Marcus against Todt Christian. He's having a reasonable time of it now, and Todt's picked up a second penalty. This is going to make it extremely difficult now. We talked about this earlier on, just how tactically astute Marcus Niemann is. And some problems for Todt Christian here against the former European champion. On the European Championships in 2010, 6 years ago.
Yeah. But since that success, he belongs to the top fighters. This name is, everybody knew, Marcus Niemann.
He was winning the European Championships when Todt was still a cadet. And herein lies the difficulty for Todt against Niemann. He's up against someone who he doesn't know really that well. He didn't grow in that same area. He's from a different era.
Yes.
And he's having to deal with some different things there. Okay, they've been on a couple of times in some club championships. He's stuffed him 3 times in the in the head-to-heads. But he's improving all the time, and we saw earlier on that Totti wasn't at his best, not 100% physically. He needs that shoulder seeing to as well.
Yeah, exactly. He's limited.
Yeah. And Niemann's just going to continue throwing in those Sutemiwaza
as long as
efforts.
The Hungarian goes down to the ground with him. Not really that problem.
Picks up a third penalty.
Yeah, they are not that dangerous, the Sumigayashi attacks, but on the other hand, Christian can't do anything. I mean, he can, but difficult for him.
He can take a penalty here. Too strong now. Not going to go over here. And I think this is, I was talking about the 5, and this is the one that I was going to pick that would probably have been different from yours.
Okay, yeah.
And you said it, you know, he was 3 out of 3. He would have come into this thinking, well, I've done him 3 times. I'm okay, you know, this. No. Because Niemann is changing almost every tournament. He's getting stronger. He's going further and further up the ranking list. He will have plenty of protection now when he next steps out. Because instead of just this roll of the dice and going anywhere now, a Grand Prix gold medal is going to give him some points to go with what he's already got now.
Yeah.
You know? Mind you, it's bad news for his teammate.
Joachim Schwabe, yeah, absolutely.
Bad news.
Yeah.
Right, we've got the bronze medal matches coming up in the under 78 kilo category now. The first of these features Anna-Marie Valencek of Slovenia. She's up against Natalie Powell of Great Britain. It's Valencek in the white judogi, Powell in blue.
There is Natalie Powell. So, and this is her opponent, Anna-Marie Valencek of Slovenia. Natalie Powell of Great Britain, Anna-Marie Valencek of Slovenia.
Düsseldorf, clap your hands!
First attack from Valencek. No penalty given to Powell. Left-sided position from Powell. He tries to get close to her.
That's a better grip, even though it appears that Valencek has got the inside, because you had both directions there. One to go across on the left, and the other one to come around the back for the Tani Otoshi.
Yeah.
He hasn't been able to come up with either of them.
It's funny because it's true.
Absolutely.
So, the chance there on the ground.
Saikomi has been secured.
I just wanted to say, I remembered, was it the final last year where Valencek was fighting against Kayla and it was close to a Shimawasa? We just realized it in the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one that I don't think we're going to get the full story behind that from Kayla until she retires,
Yes.
which probably suggests what that story is. It's funny though. Anna-Marie Valenček takes the bronze medal in the under 78 kilo category. We're going to have some highlights of that contest, and then we'll come back with the second of the bronze medal matches. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
Highlights of the victory of Anna-Marie Valenček in white for Slovenia. Coming next, the second bronze medal contest for women under 78 kilo. We both are coming from the Netherlands. Guys, de nächste Kampfplatzerei. De vrouwen is 78 kilo. Die tweede judoka aus den Niederlanden. And now, ready for the second bronze medal contest for women under 78 kilo.
So we are coming to the next bronze medal contest in the under 78 kilo category. Truusje Steenhuis of the Netherlands is up against Marhinde Verkerk of the Netherlands.
In het vrouwenjudo-Düsseldorf de Niederlanden 2009 Weltmeisterin Marhinde Verkerk. In point for the Netherlands as well, number 4 on the world ranking. Und auch aus den Niederlanden Nummer 4 gewählt, Truusje Steenhuis.
So important for both of them. The points are both under the top 10 in the world. Steenhuis a little bit higher, place number 4. Verkerk the 7th. And the Olympic qualification, Steenhuis is before Verkerk. So not physically, psychological, it's really hard. These kind of fights. We had this in Paris and figured it out how it is to end up with a loss against your country man or woman, or against your teammate. And this is hard. This is I also had that in the past. It belongs to, of course, but it's really, really hard, and you need to work it out for the next time. Just the mental side, it is. Both of them know each other so well. I mean, you know all your opponents, but your teammates you extra know, because you also almost always train together in some national training camps, national preparations for the big events, for the highlights of the year, European Championships, World Championships, and you have a lot of training competition, and this is also difficult. Mentally, it's difficult to come up with something new or to dominate your your way of fighting, because you know every step of your opponent, of your teammate.
It's really funny because this contest is almost a mirror image of that with Toth and Markus Niemann. You've got an older, more experienced fighter
Yes.
up against the young gun, but Niemann had the stuff about him to deal with Toth today. Toth was also suffering with shoulder injury, so he's hampered. I'm not at all sure that Marhinda Verkerk has got enough to get past Steenhuis, and there's an added dimension here. It's the head-to-head. The two, from the same country. Is it winner take all? Has it reached that stage where it comes down to head-to-head? I don't think so. I think it's always going to be about who can beat foreign opposition.
Yeah.
Not whether you can beat, Huscher every day of the week, or
You're right.
or Huscher can beat Marhinda every day of the week. That's not going to be important because it's the only person that you're not going to fight. So what's really going to be important here is your record against foreign opposition and how much the coaching staff think that you are going to do if and when you get that pick.
Exactly. And this is important. Exactly this point is important for the coaches. But for the athlete, it is some kind of proud,
Definitely, yeah.
Yes. And your pride. Yes, your pride.
In English, they call it the bragging rights.
The bragging rights.
Yeah, who has the... hey, I'm the winner.
This is really psychological and really important fact. 8 seconds left only, and this advantage for Steenhuis. What Steenhuis really is doing very well is that she has a strong position and she is difficult to off-balance. And that always she's looking always good because she is tall, her position, I think it was left-sided, and upright. There are not so many attacks, but just the way she appears on the mat is something.
Respectful.
Yes.
It's a respectful exchange, and still...
Don't want to have a look in the head.
Yeah, but there's still enough there.
Yes,
there's enough there.
Because both are two nice girls.
It's not just, and off you go.
Give hand, keep distance with long arms.
Yeah.
I see Babsi.
Yeah, in the middle.
In the middle, Babsi. We found you.
We come to the final of the under 78 kilo category. Audrey Chermiot of France faces Louisa Malzahn of Germany. It's Chermiot in the white judogi, Malzahn in blue. What a task for Louisa Malzahn to take on the former world champion, Audrey Chermiot, in front of an adoring Düsseldorf and an expectant Düsseldorf crowd.
Yeah.
Big task here. And the man to take control of this one, Everardo Garcia of Mexico.
Yeah.
The number 2 in the world fights the number 3 in the world. There's only Kayla Harrison sitting at home watching.
Number 1 is watching.
Your number 1 has got her feet up watching, must be laughing all the way to the fridge for another orange juice. You wondered what I was going to say then. But,
yes.
I know Kayla's not a drinker. She doesn't drink. Well, only champagne.
Okay.
After the Olympic Games.
Some quality. Yes.
Couple of glasses were put away at the Dorchester Hotel, yeah.
So.
Nice grip there from
Yes.
Chermio, but
Walker wins, yeah.
cleverly attacked on that left side, really in order to break that grip up, which he did. And it did have Chermio blocking, so no false attack.
Yeah.
She's thrown well today, has Malzahn.
Yeah.
Again, just can't get that right arm off.
The thing is, Chermio has her grip, but not Louisa.
Ah, yeah.
She thought maybe that was the material, I don't know, but she lost her focus. She didn't get her grip. The right arm was just blocked from Chermio, or used
Yeah,
for
yeah.
her own grip.
I think they did think it was Mate, both of them.
What a stupid mistake, to be honest. Silly mistake.
Well, he hadn't called it.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't call Mate, yeah?
Yes.
He wanted to, yes. But he called, he was sorry. I thought that, sorry. Sorry, Louis.
He hadn't called Mate, but he called Wazzari. That was very good, Annette, yeah. Come on.
Ah, Louis. Yeah. Trap the
Well, she
leg.
managed to trap the leg,
Yes,
so we've
yes.
got
Still a possibility.
plenty of time here. 2:29. Got to keep your head up
No.
and really avoid the little slip that says, "Oh well, you know." No.
No,
You-
there's
you
only
just-
one way
yeah.
for Louisa. Just go for it.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
yes or no, because she trails anyway. So if she already has the second place, she can only change something and get the first place if she's gonna close that gap. So this is
Well, this time Chermio
You know?
will get called for
Yeah.
stepping out.
yeah. But don't waste any time with penalties,
Yeah,
because
you've got to hang in there.
4 penalties.
Yeah,
No
you
way.
leave that. Yeah.
Means plenty of time, but I think it won't happen.
Maltan's got to stay in the contest by continuing to pressure Chermio as much as possible in every phase of the game. That's gripping, being first to the attacks.
Yeah.
You know, because that will draw other things. Maybe draw a false attack, maybe draw another penalty. You know, and that begins to play on your mind. It also changes your
Yes.
tactics. So
Yes.
full on now from Louisa Maltan.
Couldn't hold her grip there with her right arm, which must be the right hand must get on the lapel or on the collar. Again,
Yeah, see, even the coach knows that when she gets that right arm, it kills everything from Maltan.
look at her position, almost
Yeah.
left-sided, but
Yeah.
Louisa Maltan is a right-sided fighter. So physically, this is really a big difference in this fight now. I didn't see it, but I could imagine it was for holding down or
Yeah,
pulling down.
just blocking.
Blocking.
Strong grip, but just using it to block. You
Yeah.
see, Kathy Fleury is clapping every time that Chermio gets a strong grip. So she should, because that's an advantage. But once you get the strong grip, just to push out,
Yeah,
blocking. So
yeah. I have
a
seen
second
this
penalty. Yeah.
early on this morning.
We're not interested in the penalties. We're not saying, Lou should win by penalties here. But it begins to play on the mind of your opponent as
Yep.
they begin to pick up penalties. There's
Yes.
still a minute 26. One now.
A lot of time.
Oh. So they take away the gripping infringement, but Maltan picks up one for passivity, and that changes everything now. because
Yeah, you're right.
there's less pressure.
Again, she has no grip. Desperate. Almost a Yuko for Chermio. Ah, Louis. I don't know what happened in the break. If pressure fall down, you need that a little bit of pressure or tension. Maybe she thought, okay, I'm in the final, I'm fine. I don't think so. Normally this is not Louis. She goes until the end.
I think Chermio has got good strong gripping, good movement. She's physically difficult to cope with as well. And despite the best efforts of Maltan, she's very difficult to break down.
It can't be that Louis' right arm
Every
is
time.
breaking up, with
Yeah.
one hand. If she's there, she must attack. She's waiting for some seconds, and then Jameo got a chance with her left arm to break up that grip. This can't be. I mean, Louisa Malzahn, she got some power. She must be able to hold that grip in the neck. Why not to come up with the Ouchigari directly? Go into. You have the left arm. With your left arm, you have the grip of the sleeve. Why not to surprise? She's really too much focused on Jameo's right arm. And meanwhile, Jameo keeps control. Hard fight for the grip.
Well, frustration
Louis,
for
yes.
Louisa Malzahn
But
at the end, but
it's a little bit too late, Louis. But you have to watch your fight after. Okay, now plenty of emotions, but when you see the first maybe 2 minutes, you see the overly defensive posture.
and that came from the strong gripping of Chemio.
Yeah, I think there's a tactical thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Just change some tactical details. The way you open your grip.
A win for Audrey Chemio of France over Louisa Malzahn of Germany. We're going to have some highlights in a moment. And just before we get underway with the highlights, a big hello to Yoon Jinbum. We're sorry that you couldn't join us. Yoon,
What?
you are more than welcome to come and join us every time. I know you're in Germany somewhere, but unfortunately not in Düsseldorf. But thanks very much for your messages, Yana. I agree with you absolutely. Absolutely, and we'll have a chat with Song Dae-nam to congratulate him on the way that he went about that whole potential incident. I think he dealt with it really, really well, and all credit to the Korean coaching staff for dealing with it in the way that they did. Right, we've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 90 kilo coming up. Annette Berm is going to give you the rundown of the medal winners. Here's
Yes.
Annette.
Yeah. So, the two bronze medalists. Oh, Louis said it already. From Korea, Kim Jae-jun, he receives his medal first, and Lakwasuran Otgonbata of Mongolia. Silver goes to George Christian of Hungary. Seems to be the
Popular.
favorite, yes. And gold goes to the Swedish fighter, strong fighter today, Marcus Niemann.
Marcus Niemann grew today. You could see him growing as each fight went on.
Yeah.
He had a
Yes.
tough draw, but he just managed to get his nose ahead in fight 1 and fight 2, and then came the really tough ones with Iliadis, got past him, Guak Donghan got past him, and then the toughest of all, top in the final, to be honest. Because Guak was suffering from an injury, Iliadis was suffering from an injury, and guess what? In the final, so was Todd.
Yeah. National anthem of Sweden. Very nice national anthem.
Yeah, we haven't heard it for a while.
Yes.
Nor has Marcus. Yeah, he hadn't heard it for a couple of years, I
Yes.
don't think. Well, not played for him at a qualification event anyway. So, Kim and Lagvasuren took bronze, Tot the silver, and Niemann the gold. Right, we've got the bronze medal contests in the under 100 kilo category coming up next. The first of these features another Swede. This time it's Martin Pacek. He's up against Adlan Bizultanov of Russia. It's Pacek in the white judogi, Bizultanov in blue. They've only gone head-to-head once before. And on that occasion, Pacek came out the winner. Vladimir Nidka is the referee in the middle for this one. There is the exciting Bizultanov.
Yes.
Really, really nice to watch. Could be another medal for Sweden here, although the odds, I think, are in favour of the bigger thrower, Bizultanov.
That's the Russian, yeah.
Unnatural hush in the venue as
Yeah.
the crowd decides who they're going to go for. They haven't decided yet whether they want to back Pacek or go with Bizultanov, so they're just waiting.
Yes.
Whereas in the
Who will
previous
convince? Yes.
in the previous contest, it was fairly quick. They were fairly quick to decide. Well, there was no doubt about who they were going to back in the
Yes.
final of the under 78 kilo category. That was going to be Maltzan all the way. But they gave Christian a good hand, despite the fact that Marcus Niemann came out the winner. Still got a good hand. It was an attempt at Makikomi there, but you saw how quickly Pacek was to cover up once the attempt had failed. He was very defensive quickly. Uchigari couldn't come up with something on the way down.
Yeah.
He put so much into the initial effort on the right side. Would have been nice, yeah. Would have been nice to on the way down from the
Yes.
from
Yeah.
the leg, but just
The coach.
it's a lot, isn't it? You know, asking a lot. We rocked Pacek there, going back on his heels to avoid going over to that strong right-sided Ojigari effort from Bizultanov, and I think it's Pacek who's going to get called for the gripping infringement. Yes. Shake your head and say, what, me? Well, you're the only one in the white judogi and you're the one who's crushing down.
Yeah.
And another good effort from Pacek. He had one over on the right side that he bailed out of. That was the Makikomi. And that Toshi, again, he bailed very quickly. Once he realizes that it's not happening, he covers up very quickly and gets defensive. I'd like to see him just hang on that little bit longer and put a little bit more effort into holding on with both hands. He's lost contact once with the Makikomi, once left-sided, once with the right-sided Toshi. And he's put in 2 attacks. Just caught once for that crushing down, that penalty on the left hand. He's a little bit strong in taking control of that sleeve and just pushing it down, keeping it away from him. Well, Yeah, he's having a hard time. He didn't bellyache about that one. He realised that was a poor effort.
Yep.
2 penalties picked up by Pacek. I wonder how many penalties he's picked up. It's a few, though.
Ooh.
Eight penalties so far from his 4 previous contests. This makes 10.
Mm-hmm.
So
He collects. He's
yeah,
a collector.
he's averaging two penalties every contest.
Mm-hmm.
It's one too many.
Yeah.
Because there'll be some where he hasn't picked up one, and he gets another. Yeah, well, you know, Martin, if you hadn't been penalised 8 times already during the day, then I might say you're being hard done by. But your record shows that you are a collector of penalties. You know.
What record that is, huh?
Oh, it's an unfortunate one.
Strange. But he could analyze for what he received the penalties. Maybe
Well,
there's like a red line, you know,
Exactly. But you tell
to
me.
work on it.
He's in his 5th fight. He's up to 11 penalties. How does that sound to you?
Oh my God.
I mean, is that an accident or 1 or 2 is unfortunate. 3 or 4, I think that's a pattern. Any more than that, and he's got a habit. So you need to kick that habit if he can. And we've still got well over a minute left to go.
So,
This time Bizultanov is
yes.
the fighter who picks up a penalty. You see, if he's clever here and he really wants to do the dirty, what he could do is just shut up shop, close things down, make it difficult for Pacek to attack, and then they'll both pick up penalties, and Pacek can go in with 12 then instead of 11. Poor old fella. I gave big congratulations to Marcus Niemann. So it's nothing against Sweden, I promise you that. He's one of the nicest guys on the circuit, is
Yeah.
Martin Pacek. He's got a brother, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little stab there, but Bizultanov has shut up shop now, isn't he?
Yeah. He can afford only one more.
Yeah.
He knows that.
Mhm.
14 seconds now.
When he does pick up a penalty, Bizultanov. Oh, nice big effort on the right side there.
Mhm.
Maybe a Harai Makikomi looking like that.
That's it.
But it was too little, too late at the end. He won't be pleased with that. I'm sure he won't be pleased if he listens to this. I hope he doesn't. You know, but or maybe he should. You know, because if we're seeing it
If
from
he
here,
wants to improve, yeah.
and if he can just cut out those 1 or 2 errors,
Not only compliments are nice.
Yeah.
I think especially these points
that's just the truth, I suppose.
we feel he could work on.
I mean, Bizultanov would have
yeah.
had to have changed the nature of his approach to Pacek had
Mm.
Pacek avoided picking up those penalties.
Mhm.
And we don't know what would have happened then.
Yep.
But, you know, a bit late now.
Yep.
Bizultanov it is who wins the first of the bronze medals in the under 100 kilo category. Yeah, just a quick note about the Chermio Malzahn situation with the French scoring when they were both outside of the area. The thing is that both players were freezing. They were both kind of hesitant as to whether or not there was going to be a mate, but the referee didn't call a mate. And it was fairly smooth into it, and there were no complaints from either Basinski or Louis, to be honest. Didn't complain.
Yes.
You know. Coming up next, the bronze medal contest in the under 100 kilo category. Javad Majoub of Iran faces Jorge Fonseca of Portugal. It'll be Majoub in the white, Judogi Fonseca in blue. And I know that there is this written rule there about, you know, being sharp and harsh on stepping out the area and being pushed out the area. Well, I don't think that there's a great deal to complain about in that one. But by all means, go back and have a look at the replay. It's online already if you want to go and have a look at it.
Yeah.
And you can make up your own mind, but I think it was within the bounds of acceptability and no complaints from anyone about it. A talking point, perhaps, but not one that we need to stick on that much. Annette?
Somebody's asking how they, people who are watching the live stream can interact with us. I think that...
There's a button
Yes.
called feedback, and you just click on the feedback button and send us your nice comments.
Exactly.
The other
Thank you.
ones you can keep to yourself, but don't send us any bad ones. You know, we like all of you, and we certainly hope you like us. We're underway with the second of the bronze medal contest in the under 100 kilo category. Majoub of Iran in the white, Judogi Fonseca of Portugal in blue. And there's a nice right-sided effort there.
Good opening.
From Fonseca. Strong, low right-sided Marote Seanegi, and Majoub does well to move off to his right and avoid getting caught. Very rarely do we have, you know, of course there are people who send us comments, they don't agree with us, and that's fine. But very rarely do we have anything nasty or vicious.
Yeah.
It's judo people that we're dealing with. If they got something to say, they just talk about judo, but nothing personal and
Yeah,
no
that's
nasty
right.
comments. So
That's right.
thank you very much for your continued support of the broadcast and your... Sorry, it took a while when he got him up there, but once he was up,
Wow.
the next
Not
step
easy
was
to lift him up.
over. Yeah.
Was it a bridge, huh?
Mm.
For me it was.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, sorry, Jorge. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't see Fonseca
Yeah.
that often.
Yeah.
So high in the air.
It just needs another look at it, that's all.
Yes, yes, yes. I think you will realize
Yeah.
it with
When it
his
just
coach
needs the
explains.
replay, yeah.
Yeah.
When we talk about bridging, there's a reason why we want to try to erase and eradicate the bridge from judo. It is dangerous, and it's something that we don't want younger judoka seeing and attempting to reproduce. So as much as possible, we want to get away from it. So, now, there's a shape. The body takes a shape when it's attempting a bridge, and it's an arch in the back with the legs. And if you think from that replay that there is an arch in the back and an attempt to land on the feet first, avoiding to go onto your back, using your head, then that is bridge.
Yeah.
You have a look at it at home.
Yeah.
Look at the shape that he takes up, and look at what he does with his feet. His feet are not landing flat. His feet are deliberately turned down in order to keep his back from hitting the mat.
Yes.
And if he's keeping his back from hitting the mat, the only other part that he can use to balance is his head. Sorry, Jorge. Sorry, pal. Right. The final of the under 100 kilo category. It's showtime here in Düsseldorf. Jose Armenteros of Cuba faces Dimitri Peters of Germany. It's Armenteros in the white judogi, Peters in blue. And here is and it burned.
And this is the second chance to hear the national anthem of Germany. Second and last chance after Louisa Malzahn lost her final, became silver medalist. So Dima, go for it. Armenteros, the Cuban, in white, and Dimitri Peters, German, in blue. Both tall fighters. In his previous contests, Peters demonstrated his strength on the ground. He's not only a specialist in arm locking his opponents, he choked 2 times Henk Roll, sorry, and later on Bisaltanov. He can also throw. Good attempt there from the Cuban. Brought Peters on the ground. He needs to get close to him. His right hand didn't find the perfect grip yet. Both received a Shido. That's a Yuko. Yuko for Armenteros. Yeah, that was quick.
Going to warm things up a little bit now. Both fighters have been picked up a single Shido, but now there's a score on the board for the Cuban. And just whilst they work in Nevas, I just want to thank Victoria Schiller for her message, or her question anyway. It's about Ilias Iliadis. He has a groin strain, and he aggravated that. Again, he's also got shoulder injury, and he's got a sore knee. So there's a few things ailing the legend.
Yeah.
Let's hope,
unfortunately,
that in the next week or so he can give himself a bit of rest. Well, next few weeks anyway. And then Christopher Löfgren, thanks very much for your message.
He's looking for the armlock, but I think not the best position. Oh.
Yeah, he's had to tap, and I think that's Ippon. No, that's going to be Ippon.
Did he tap?
Yes, he did tap. They're going to have another look at that, and I think they're going to give Ippon. Yeah.
Woohoo! Wow! I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. As you said. Oh my God.
Yes.
I'm
that's
sorry.
Ippon. And the Cuban coach is putting out his hands. Why is it Ippon? It's Ippon when you apply sufficient enough pressure to the elbow that makes your opponent tap.
Nice explanation.
That's Ippon.
Wow, I'm really impressed of Dima's performance. Maybe he's player of the day.
Strong. I'm not trying to be funny there, but quite a long time ago, they told the coaches and the athletes, your attempt to avoid the Kansetsu waza is to lift your opponent off the ground. That hasn't stopped Dima from applying the Jujigatami, which he does with some degree of skill and a great deal of success.
That was so important for him. For himself. Alexander Witwiczak. So, the German friends will hear the national anthem once this weekend.
And the nice thing is they'll hear it towards the end of the afternoon as well.
Yeah.
Always nice for the fans to hear their own anthem.
That was wrong. There's the replay. Okay, he was there already looking for the armbar. And it looked like that he's already almost too far away, but he got him.
That's right, you know. To me, this is a good application of an arm lock. Armenteros only wants to get out of there because he knows that he's in trouble.
Yes.
There it is, and he has to tap right away.
And he tapped before the Mate was coming.
Yes, and he also tapped when Dimitri Peters was still in contact with the tatami. He hadn't lifted him off the tatami. If that's what you're talking about. Look at Dima doesn't lose contact with the tatami.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
he's still on the ground.
You need to. That's an important detail.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
It doesn't make any difference to me whether it's Armenteros or Dimitri Peters, just as long as we have the right winner. We come now to, and for the right reasons, we come now to the medal presentations in the under 78 kilo category. Here's Annette.
Yes, the first bronze medalist is Guusje Steenhuis of the Netherlands, followed by Annemarie Valencek. Steenhuis of the Netherlands, Valencek the Slovenian. Silver goes to the German, Louise Malzahn. For sure disappointed. For sure, because that was not the final. Didn't reflect her previous fights.
Yeah,
So that was something different, but in the end, it is okay. It's a process getting to the Olympics.
She didn't look at her best.
Yeah. Gold goes to Audrey Chorneo of France.
Now maybe we can see that here. Look, nobody's stopped. You see, the action is still going. They've gone off the area, but we didn't see the lead up to it.
Yep.
And it's really important to see that whole picture, the context of the finish. When you see the throw in the red area, you say, oh, well, how did that happen? But it could have been a split second when they stepped off, and there was some action from Chiamio. Yep. Even that last shot looked as though there was still some movement, and that movement may have come as the two fighters were leaving the contest area, and that's why the referee said, hey, you know, I can see a shape coming here for this Tayatoshi, which it then did, and over she went. Okay, that could have been it.
Yep.
We'd have to see the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, we're going to listen to the national anthem of France.
Six more contests to bring you, and then we'll wrap it up in
the big
Düsseldorf.
Man, the big woman.
You said it.
Big has maybe has different more meanings, not fat.
Yeah, no, exactly. The heavier weights. The heavier weights. Yeah. Steenhuis and Valencek took the bronze medals. Malzahn the silver, and Chomio the gold. Right, here is the first of the bronze medal matches in the plus 78 kilo category. Kim Min-jong of Korea faces Ma Se-se of China. It's Kim in the white judogi, Ma in blue.
Aus Korea, Nummer 10 der Weltrangliste, Kim Min-jong.
There's the world number 2 and there's the world number 10. There's a nice group here. 10, 9, 8, no, it's 10, 9, 6, and 1 and 2. So it's okay, we had 4 or 5 from the top 10 in the world. That wasn't bad. It was a good showing for a Grand Prix, and the fact that we had both the Chinese here, Yu and Ma, was good. Inamorinami, the second of the Japanese, was here, so that's not bad. She's in the top 10. Only missing was Tachimoto Megumi and Idalis Ortiz. For me, that would have been the absolute cream of the crop if we'd had Tachimoto and Ortiz. That would have done it. Don't need anyone else. Now, Ma gave us a nice performance in her semi-final against Maria Suellen-Altman. It was a really good contest, and it followed another good semi-final between Yu Song and Inamorinami. So I'm kind of hoping that we won't see a stalemate between Kim and Ma. Maybe Ma will be enthused to do something now, because what she won't want to happen is to lose here and for Yu Song to go and blast Maria Suellen-Altman off the tatami. Maria Suellen having thrown Ma for Ippon, and there's an unfortunate for almost going over there. It would have been unfortunate for Ma to get caught there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful
she
counter.
does. Yuko goes on the board. Let's have a look here.
Bad defense the Chinese showed.
Maybe just enough to squeeze out a Yuko, and it's now Kim Min-jong who leads by Yuko with a little over 2 minutes left to go. This may liven the contest up a bit. A little bit more movement from Ma. She tries to level the scores. I have to say she did show a lot better movement against Altman.
Yeah, I agree.
Except in the first 15 seconds. They both got penalised in that contest, but she's going to have to step it up a little bit here. Thought about the Ojigari. Kim reacted fairly quickly. Oh, put some pressure on Kosotogaki maybe. Yes, it is the Kosotogaki, and she gets caught. Is there enough for the Korean now? Kim Min-jong, it's the second side komi in a row that Ma gifts up.
Against such more lighter opponent.
Another English saying, she flattered to deceive, did Ma today. Showed a little bit and then went over against Altman. Showed a little bit there against Kim and went over again. And all of these things are going to weigh heavily in the minds of the those responsible for the selection. You see, if Yu comes up now and has this, smacking final against Maria Suellen-Altman, it's going to put Ma way in the shade.
Yeah.
Time's running out, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, to impress the panel or whomsoever it is that does the selecting for China. The Chinese are going to want to have that heavyweight title back in their hands.
Yeah.
Tong Wen
Can't wait.
was the last Chinese to have that. That was in Beijing. And then Yuan Hua before that. So, you know, there's a good history for the Chinese women with the heavyweight gold medal. Just lost it there a little, didn't she? Yeah, China, Japan and Cuba have shared that heavyweight title. No one else. Belongs to those three. So someone of the three, Japan, China and Cuba, will go into Rio's favourite. Now we're going to see in the final here the strongest possible threat. The strongest possible threat to that trio of China, Japan and Cuba will be the Brazilian at home.
Yes, you never underrate
The home fighter.
the home fighter. Absolutely.
And
yes.
you know, she's going to be in the final, so and having beaten the Chinese
Yes, with a
in
good,
the semi-final.
with a good score. Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, that is one to look at.
Yeah.
We'll see how she gets on. But before that, we've got the second of the bronze medal matches. It's Kim Ji-yoon of Korea, and she faces Inamori Nami. No, it's not the same Kim, it's a different Kim. And oddly enough, in the middle, we've got a Chinese referee for this one, Wang
You're
Go-chao.
right. China, Korea, Japan on the mat.
Inamori Nami. Important for Korea. In der Meisterin aus Korea. Nummer 27 der Welt. Number 27 of the world ranking. Kim Ji-yoon. Düsseldorf, clap your hands.
I really like Inamori Nami. I mean, when you chat to her, we did an interview in Tokyo, and I spent most of the time saying, sorry, what did you say? She's so quiet, so incredibly quiet, and I had to turn the volume up on the recording afterwards,
Yes.
you know, when doing the editing, to try to get her wording. So softly spoken. I dare say that there's a little bit more power on the mat.
I hope so.
We shall see.
For sure.
Kim Ji-yoon in the white judogi, Inamori Nami in blue. It's the Korean in white and the Japanese in blue.
Looked a little bit like a Wakikatame. Left arm, Japanese left arm was completely long and extended. Oh, that was a good attack. Ooh, and the chance there for the Osekomi.
Followed it up nicely.
Yes. Slow, controlled from the Korean. That's it. So, two Kims.
Yeah,
On
both
the
the
podium.
both Korean fighters coming up with really good wins. One against Ma, you know, the world number 2. Okay, and Inamori Nami, well, she's a little bit further down the list, but not that much. You know, she's there at number 9. So
top 10.
both the Koreans knocking out fighters from the top 10.
Yep.
Good work. Lee Won-hee must be fairly happy.
Yeah.
And it's a nice technique. Isn't it? Look, What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. That's a good technique. Look at that.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a quality throw from any weight class. Look at the wrapping up the sleeves. Nice movement there.
The control she kept. And in the end, the control.
It's a cross between Tsurikomi Goshi and Seotoshi. She's got the bottom half like Seotoshi and the Tsurikomi Goshi. Here, look.
Yes.
Yeah. Call it what you want then. But I think they would still call it from the principle, which is Sode Tsurikomi Goshi, trapping the sleeves, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think?
She had both sleeves. Yes, I agree. With both sleeves. Yeah. Okay, we are coming now to the gold medal contest between Yu Song of China and Maria Suelen Alteman of Brazil. The world number 1 against the world number 21. The road to the final from both of them.
And in white for the People's Republic of China, with a red black number as the current world champion. Mit wieder Anzug aus China. Mit dem roten Namen auf der Rücken als die amtierende Weltmeisterin, Yu Song.
Isn't it funny the way that it's worked out? We were talking about the China, Japan, Cuba conundrum. Well, no Cuban here.
Yeah.
And then we were throwing into the mix the possibility of a Brazilian being important because it's going to be in Brazil.
Yes.
So there's all that going on. Well, here's the Brazilian. We see the Chinese already, Yu Song, and in the middle, the Japanese referee.
That is a good mix, yes, as we said it.
The current world champion and world number 1 Yu Song of China faces Maria Suelen Alteman of Brazil. It's Yu in the white judogi, Alteman in blue, the final of the plus 78 kilo category.
Is she able to come up again with a big throw? Oh my God! And the chance there on the ground.
Followed straight into the Osai-komi.
Yes, yes. Maria Alteman. Wow.
Today
Wow.
is your day.
Yes.
What a thing, eh?
And she really has to keep that in her mind when it comes to the Olympics.
Well, she's beaten both the Chinese today.
By Ippon.
In the and both on the ground. In the semi-final, Ma Se went over, and in the final, Yu Song. So,
yeah,
a great day for Maria Suelen Alteman.
big smile. Oh, lovely.
Odku, the Mongolian first fight. Yasmin Kulbs after that. Yeah. Terrific effort there from a lovely Haragoshi, yeah? Okay. So, how uninteresting was the plus 78 kilo category today?
It was one of the best
Wasn't
categories
it?
today. I mean,
You know, they got going, and when they did, there was plenty of action, some nice big throws, bang, over she goes.
Yes.
All those nice matchups that we talk about, all of a sudden, they all came good, and we had some good judo there. And that's all you want, you know, not plodding around and everything, but sometimes they just can't come up with it. Today was an excellent day for the plus 78 kilo category. Really enjoyed that. Right, okay, what have we got coming up for you next? It's the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 100 kilo category. And just quickly, I know that some of you have sent us some messages, and I'll come back to those.
Yes.
Because here's Annette.
Yes, in the under 100 kilo category, the 2 bronze medalists, Javad Mahu of Iran and Adlan Bisultanov of Russia. 2 bronze medalists. Silver goes to José Armenteros of Cuba. And gold goes to Dimitri Peters of Germany. Dima.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Germany. Meine Damen und Herren, erheben Sie sich bitte für die nationale Hymne Deutschlands.
Right, just to let you know that I managed to get around to the back to check with the Cuban coach and Armenteros. They were complaining because they thought that Armenteros had lifted Peters off the mat and it should be called mate, not the tap. They got no problem. Armenteros said, yep, the arm lock was on, but I thought that I lifted him off. In the replay, what did we see? Peters never lost contact with the tatami. So the call of mate was premature by the referee. Luckily, it was corrected by the refereeing commission.
Yes.
So, there you go. Okay, I hope that explains it to everybody. No complaints from the Cubans whatsoever. Yes, he tapped. Their question was, wasn't he off the mat? And we saw from the replay, no, he wasn't. Vladimir Notsubidze is the referee in the middle for this contest. It's the first of the bronze medal matches in the plus 100 kilo category. Andrei Volkov of Russia faces Kim Sung-min of Korea. It's Volkov in the white judogi and Kim in blue. I wonder if the Russians, there's all this talk about the Russians have decided what their Olympic team was. I don't buy it at all. No way. You know, we're in February, the games are in August.
Yeah.
You know, come on. yesterday I was chatting to Mark Pickering, the IGF media manager, and I said there is many a slip between cup
and lip.
So, yeah.
I know this now
There's-
already from you. Yeah,
There's
that's
plenty
right.
of time.
Yeah,
You know?
it fits perfect.
Of course,
There
you want people to be thinking all sorts of things, and if you tell them that we've already decided our team, well, people are not gonna go away
Yes.
laughing at it. They're gonna go away and try and guess what your team may be. Waste of time.
Yeah.
Because we actually don't know, but we're just telling you that we know. A double bluff.
yeah, bluff.
Ezio Gambo is far too clever to do two things. One, tell you he's already picked the team, and two, tell you what that team is. So no,
Yeah.
I don't buy it. And where's the motivation for your fighters who are, neck and neck in a battle? Iyatsev and Magushkov or
Motivation
something in the
lost
73. Yeah, you're
completely.
gone. I already know what
Gone.
the team is. So what's the point in turning up?
Yeah.
Why bother? No, you want to motivate your team to the very last drop of energy in them. If energy can be measured in drops.
Yes.
You want to keep them keen for as long as possible. Single Shido picked up by Volkov. Thanks very much for all your messages. We had an avalanche of messages once we told people about the feedback button. That was it. Everybody was having a go.
Yeah.
But thank you. It was nice for us to be in contact with you, much as hopefully it says the contact that we send out your way is good. They've got the lightest coach for the heaviest fighters. Choi Min-ho, the Olympic champion from 2008 in the under 60 kilo category, is coaching Kim Sung-min.
And after he has a word with him if something's not.
Yeah, can you imagine him giving him a little
if I-
tap? Wait, how many times have I told you?
You need something to step on to reach this. Okay, I stop.
It's often the case anyway that the fighter lifts the coach up at the end. But in this instance, I think it would be a fairly easy job, this one, for the fighter to lift that coach up. That's not a problem. The only problem for that, in that scenario, was the Cuban woman attempting to lift Ronaldo. That wasn't going to happen, was it?
Yeah.
Mind you, Ortiz could have had a go. But I think even she would have been hard pushed to lift the now retired Ronaldo.
Yes.
He was in Havana for the Grand-Prix.
Very emotional.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Some nice presentations
Presentation was.
were made to him. He's a wonderful singer, by the way.
Oh, really?
Fantastic singer. He sung at the World Championships in Cairo in 2005 at a gala dinner that the EJU had put on. At that time, the EJU president was Marius Visa. Haragoshi attempt, or Maki Komi from Volkov, but it collapses, as does Volkov. Kim just giving him a little push. And now Kim picks up a penalty for passivity. Yeah, he sang this duet, an aria at this gala dinner. Volkov going over, but Kim not having a great deal to do with it, so there's no score there. Someone in the crowd just shouted out, "Blue passive." Sorry, did I just not see that penalty that you received?
Yes.
I thought Nutsabidze was going to turn around and say, "I just did." what do you want me to do?
Yes.
Oh, that was so weak.
Yeah.
Poor
yeah.
Volkov.
Maybe he lost a little bit his nerves, or trying to force something.
Wrong thing at the wrong time.
Absolutely.
And now Kazuri Yokoshiogatami from Kim Sung-min to wrap things up and to take this bronze medal. Well, he salvaged something from his day here in Düsseldorf. He comes away with a bronze. He'll give Volkov a hand up or not? No. He's a funny guy. He's got a really bad shoulder at the moment, heavily strapped up. But I think a lot of the fighters are suffering at the moment from carrying injuries and the like. Kim Sung-min takes the first of the bronze medals in the plus 100 kilo category. Well,
this is his medal number 7 in the Grand-Prix. Kim Sung-min from Korea. Don't forget that we still have 2 more contests.
yeah, I'm thinking, where is it going to go? Yakif Kamo, Audrey Chermio. You completely didn't look at Audrey Chermio in the mix. We're going to need a little bit of looking at this and how many fights, how many ippons and that sort of stuff. But Yakif Kamo, Audrey Chermio, Dimitri Peters, and Marcus Niemann. That's who we're looking at.
Yep.
Just gonna have a look. Well, let's go through this quickly then. Chermio, 4 fights, 3 ippon.
1 Masari. This is not bad. So next bronze medal contest. Meanwhile, introduce the fighters Borbana of Hungary and Alex Garcia Mendoza of Cuba.
I think it's going to be pretty hard to stop Dimitri Peters. 5 fights, 5 ippons. 5 fights, 5 ippons. Woo! Dimitri Peters, what a boy.
What a boy.
And with all the pressure of the Düsseldorf crowd, all the pressure of, Karl Richard Frey heading him in the ranking list.
Yes, yes.
And he comes out, he digs deep inside, and comes up with gold. Peters digs deep.
Nice headline.
Yeah, Peters digs deep to discover gold in Düsseldorf. How many D's can you get in one headline?
So Dima digs deep.
Dima digs deep.
Discovering.
To discover gold in Düsseldorf. I think people will be bored with that headline. We'll leave that. We'll get another one.
Good.
Borbana in the white judogi, Garcia Mendoza in the blues, the second of the bronze medal contests in the plus 100 kilo category. What are we going to get from Bohr in this final? Sometimes he can spark.
Yeah. He got a good feeling for the situation. Lost against Kim Sung-min in the quarterfinal. And then won his rubber charge contest.
Karl Richard Frey wasn't in the under 100 kilo category. He's ill. Oh, yes, that's nice. Good turn from Borbana. He's ill is Karl Richard Frey with suspected Zika, I think, or dengue fever or something
Yep.
that he may have picked
Yes.
up in Havana.
Yeah, exactly.
One of those exotic
Mm.
fly-infested diseases, I think. Or fly-carried, anyway. Karl Richard Frey, that is. Hopefully we'll see him back on the mat soon. Neiman may not have had the big, or as many Ippons, but he downed Komranchor Ustapirion, Ramin Gabanov of Azerbaijan, Ilyas Ilyadis, Kwak Dong Han, the current world champion, and then Todd Christian. Whew, good claim, but just missing out. The gold medal will
Yes.
be enough for him. He doesn't need to be player of the day.
Yeah.
Try telling him that. I'm sure he'd be fine.
For sure, a gold medal is was the
Yeah,
most
yeah,
important
yeah.
for him today. A
Well,
medal
well-
at all.
We'll leave him with that then, yeah?
Yeah.
Wabana leading by Wazari. There's plenty of time left to go. 250 odd left to go. There's the Cuban coach who I spoke to a couple of minutes ago about that
Oh, yeah.
Jujigatami incident. Justa Nura. And Justa said no problem with arm lock. No problem. Yes, tap, no problem. But we lift from the floor. We said, actually, no, he was still in contact with the tatami. So,
Yeah.
okay, no problem.
Yep.
No problem. As did Armonteros. He just believed that he'd picked him up. A little over 2 minutes left to go. Uchigari, left-sided, blocked by Bohr.
Oh,
Looked as though he blocked it with his head.
yeah. Something hit him.
A clash of coconuts there. There comes Garcia again, chasing the tying score, or maybe the winning score if you throw him for Ippon.
The thing is now it's really up to Garcia Mendoza. Bourbana has that leading position.
Mm-hmm.
The Vasari, he doesn't has to run any risk. Doesn't have to run any risk. So it can only get exciting if the Cuban attacks with a big one, with a big attack.
A big hello to Cor Bosman. Said he's sorry he couldn't join us in Dusseldorf, but he couldn't make it here. But the live commentary made him feel as though he was there. So it was raining here anyway, Cor. You wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah.
So Cor must be from the Netherlands with that name. Cor Bosman.
Mm.
Thanks very much for your message.
Mm.
A little over a minute left to go.
Yeah.
Still Garcia Mendoza pressing forward in this search for a score.
Distance, I think, was too big to get a score for this attack or to threaten Bohr. Last half minute. Really, today and yesterday I realized how often the athletes are looking on the scoreboard during the fighting. Bohr just did.
Yeah, and so did Garcia Mendoza before he came up with that last attack. He had
Yeah.
to look at it just to see where he was.
It
Another
started with
penalty.
Valam Lipatajani last, I think, in Paris.
No, that's it now. Bohr did enough with the one score. to take this one. He gets a little tap on the foot from Garcia Mendoza at the end, but he's a hard nut. It's not going to trouble him that much. Borbana of Hungary takes the second of the bronze medals in the plus 100 kilo category. We're going to have some highlights now, and when we've finished with the highlights, we'll come back with the final. Stay with us for more action from Düsseldorf.
Bronze medal is in white for Hungary. Bronze in white aus Ungarn for Burma. This is medal number 9 in a Grand-Prix. 9. Medaille bei einer Grand-Prix für Burma aus Ungarn.
Ready for the last fight.
Yes, we've got the final of the plus 100 kilo category. And the contestants here are Islam El Shahabi of Egypt. He faces Yahiv Kamo of Ukraine. It's El Shahabi in the white judogi and Kamo in blue.
Zweifach Afrikameister, Islam El Shahabi. Das ist der letzte Kampf Düsseldorf. Clap your hands.
Dimitri Pieces, I think. Can't beat that.
Nothing against it.
Yeah, okay.
you know me.
Yeah, we can let that news out then. Well, everyone at home, there's the final contest then. Cor Bosman has got his feet up somewhere in the Netherlands. He's about 50 kilometres away from it, he said, and he's relaxing on a Sunday afternoon. Well, Sunday, early evening, beg your pardon. Sunday, early evening, taking in all the judo. Enjoy that. Just as we have the whole, last 3 days.
Yes.
Very enjoyable. Kamo could really put a seal on things here by downing the big man. I suppose the crowd is looking for a David and Goliath kind of situation. Kamo looks a good deal smaller than does El Shahabi. And we do have, don't we, somewhere around, we do have the weight category list. I wonder if they're in there still. Yeah, we do. Let's just have a look and see what they weighed in at. El Shahabi weighed in at 133 kilos.
It's a good weight for heavyweight.
You won't believe it. Yahiv Kamo weighed in at 132. I can't believe there's 1 kilo difference. Really? 1 kilo? I'd never have guessed that.
Yep, that's right. You don't know how much they sweat today. Maybe it's different.
Really?
The man is sweating an hour for losing some weight.
But really,
between 1 and 4 kilos.
Kamo doesn't look.
No.
If you say El Shahabi's 133, then you don't go 132 for Yahiv Kamo, do you?
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, that's.
It's a little bit shorter.
That's what it says on the paper. We just have to go with that then, don't we? both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece. Perhaps Yakif Kamo is a little bit more rotund in the waist area.
Yeah.
Thought about going right-sided Al-Shahabi, and he was trying to drag him into some kind of Yoko Sutemi, was it? But Yakif Kamo didn't buy it, and it ended up looking a little bit lazy from the Egyptian in the end. Waiting for the contest to burst into life, really.
Yes.
I think it's going to take a bit of movement from Kamo to make that happen.
I hope it will happen at all.
Oops.
He's good for this, well known for this Sutemi Wasa attacks. Kamo.
Al-Shahabi's doing a good job of closing him down at the moment. We
Mhm.
haven't seen the kind of movement from Yakif Kamo that we're accustomed to. He's a quite mobile fighter in that weight category, but this looks a little bit flat-footed at the moment.
Yep. Couldn't get his grip with his right hand, Kamo.
Just hung on to that side
Yeah.
for a little bit too long.
Yep.
Ended up picking up a penalty. He let it go, but not before the referee had spotted
Yep.
it. And then called Mate to dish out a penalty. That is Andreas Hempel from Germany in the middle. 2 penalties picked up by Kamo. There's 2 minutes to go. Al-Shahabi beginning to play a little patter cake now. Oh, beautifully done.
Wow.
Left-sided right arm. Osodogari
Whoa.
brings El-Shahabi crashing to the mat. And all of a sudden, Yakif Kamo burst into action.
Yeah.
And threw the big man from Egypt for Ippon. Well, we were almost lulled into a false sense of security there, just nodding off a little bit.
Yeah,
Last fight of the day, whack, over he went. That was terrific, Yakif Kamo.
Oh my, yeah, he really deserves it. He batted 2 Egyptian today. Wahid in the second fight, and now El-Shahabi in the final.
Well, when you see the
Wow.
replay of this,
Happy coach. Yeah. And replay, you can also see the good control with his grip, the upper body.
yeah, he doesn't lose
How he-
control of the top half of the body. I like
Yes.
to see the leg, though. Here, look at that.
Never lost any contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the drive, superb. And then now look at the support leg.
Yep. Two
He
more
hops it
steps,
through,
free.
doesn't it? Yeah,
Yes, yes.
free.
Realized.
There's the extra weight.
But it's cute. Wow.
Right, we've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the plus 78 kilo category taking place down at the far end of the competition hall. Annette Berm is going to run through the medal winners, and there to make the medal presentations is a very attractive looking Dr. Lisa Rowland, the competition manager from the IGF, resplendent in a light coloured
Nice
cream,
jackets. Yes, I
cream-
like it too.
cream jacket.
So the 2 bronze medalists are Kim Min-jung of Korea and Kim Chi-yeon of Korea, 2 times Korea. Silver, yeah, goes to Yu Song of China. And gold goes to Maria Suelen Alterman of Brazil.
So Maria Suellen Altherman just giving some notice that it's going to be in my backyard soon. The big one is going to be in my backyard, the Olympic Games. And when you come, I'm going to be waiting there for you, because she really is in the driving seat as far as the Brazilians for qualification. Rochelle Nunes actually heads her.
Yeah.
On the ranking list, but I think this will make a change now. Here's the national anthem of Brazil.
Thank you very much. And picture.
Yeah, this win here by Maria Sue-Ellen Altherman is going to make things a little bit difficult because the Brazilians do have a second fighter in there, Rochelle Nunes, but with this win, Maria Sue-Ellen Altherman will open the gap as far as the qualification ranking list is concerned.
Yes.
And I think that this is where the Brazilians want to go. They want to go with Maria Sue-Ellen Altherman. She's just got to hang in there for a little bit longer and she will get the nod and get the place. Very good afternoon to Hartmut Pedersen, who is watching. Hardy Pet, how are you?
Yes, hi.
Nice to hear from you.
Yeah.
Few highlights, and then we'll be back with the awarding ceremony in the plus 100 kilo category. Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the plus 100 kilo category. There's the lineup, and with the lineup is Annette Böhm.
Yes. 2 bronze medalists. First of all, Bobana of Hungary and Kim Sung-min of Korea. Silver goes to Islam El Shahabi of Egypt. And gold goes to the Ukraine, Iakev Kamo.
The first medalist presented by the all-riding head coach of the German Judo Federation is the Han Ho-San.
Now we're gonna listen to the national anthem of the Ukraine.
Bo and Kim were the bronze medalists. Silver went to El Shahabi and the gold to Kamo. There was the final lineup. Okay, before we close, let's have some of your thoughts on the action over the weekend then. Or you can just do today, because we've done one too. So your thoughts today.
Yes.
Not Peter's.
I didn't want to mention him. No, I'm really impressed, especially because of the fact that the heavyweight showed us a brilliant judo in the final block and also in the quarterfinals in the rapid charge contest. Really, I'm really impressed from
both
that
both the
performance.
Kims, both the Korean Kims. Ma had a go with it. Yu Song had a go with it, and Alphaman. Yeah, really, 5 of those.
Yeah.
You know, we had 5 good fighters in the plus 78 kilo category. It was really good.
Absolutely, and also to mention, or not to forget, Yaakov Kamo in his
That was a
final.
super end, wasn't it? And he really planted
Yes.
Islam El Shahabi. That was a terrific ippon.
Absolutely. So these 2 categories really impressed me. Then, of course, I have to mention Dimitri Peters. Oh my God!
Player of the day, Dimitri
yes,
Peters.
yeah.
5 fights, 5 ippons, smashed everyone out of sight. Really, really terrific performance from him. And just before we go, also Marcus Niemann.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention him.
It was
Yes.
really special. And
That was
when you
his
look
day.
when you look at that list
nice.
of people that he defeated, that was really good. Yeah, he's showing off now, isn't he? He's showing his technical ability to give you that the placings. There were the Japanese topped the medal table with 3 gold medals. Korea 3. And there were gold medals for Germany, France, Slovenia, Sweden, Brazil, Austria, Ukraine, and Belgium. That was that lineup. Before we go, we want to tell you about more judo that we've got for you on Judo TV. We're going to be in Warsaw and Prague next week, so we've got 2 events going on there. But we'll be back with the next live IJF event. It's the Grand-Prix in Tbilisi from the 25th to the 27th of March. We look forward to your company then. Thanks very much for joining us. It's good night from me.
And good night for him.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.